Hello everybody and welcome to Jerusalem once again, the city of David. It's amazing to have you back with us. My name is Doron Spillman and I want to introduce you to my dear friend and partner, Oria Dasberg.
Hello
Oria.
Doron, how are you?
Great to see you again. Today you're going to join us as Oria and I take you through the pilgrimage road down to where we go underneath the ground, through the ancient aqueduct which went beneath the road, all the way to the foundation stones of the Temple Mount.
Today we're going to see where this road that we spoke about last time, that thousands of people used to walk on it, where does it end?
Come on in.
This used to be a parking lot, and look what we found here. Isn't it amazing?
It's incredible. I mean, I remember parking our car here. And when you got out of your car, little did we realize that as we got out of our car, if you went down 50 or 60 feet, you had 11 different civilizations going all the way back to the ancient biblical period, the time period of King David. And as we know, Oria, we've had some real surprises in this parking lot.
Yes, let's walk a little bit around it.
So just as we reach over here, we can see in the distance that there are 3 rooms. And I remember we got an email a number of years ago from a young woman from London. She said, I want to volunteer in the excavations. Her name was Nadine. And one day she was over here and a group of workers heard Nadine scream. And they thought maybe she was bit by a scorpion. And so they sent first aid. But no, Nadine is sitting in the ground and they walk up to her. And in the dirt that was right in front of her, she's pointing. And she found, this young woman from England, found one of the most miraculous discoveries ever made in Jerusalem, which are these gold coins.
Treasure. It's a real treasure.
It's a real treasure.
I can only imagine. And you know, there was another thing we found here.
Yes, there was. Her name was Queen Helena of Adiabin. She's a queen in Iraq and she falls in love with the Jewish people, and mostly she fell in love with the idea that there was one God. So that made a lot of sense to her. She converts and her entire kingdom converts. And Queen Helena, who was from Adiabin in Iraq, she moves to Jerusalem and she builds a palace in the city of David. And while we were excavating the palace, we uncovered this gorgeous earring with freshwater pearls and emeralds and true gold.
And she's bringing me the earrings that you found.
What?
Yes.
Oria, how'd you manage to do that quickly? Well, you already took those 200, there were 264 gold coins. Everyone always says maybe there were 265 and one went missing.
So, we have a shop in the city of David, and we make jewelries that are the same as the ones that were found here. And can I feel like a queen for one day, Doron? Will you let me?
We feel like you're a queen every day, Oria.
I would really like to feel a queen.
Absolutely.
Can I put them on?
Please,
just for
I think
today?
it's appropriate.
Yes, I would love to put them on. So let's continue our journey as a queen, and you will be my lord.
I'll be your servant.
You will be my lord.
I'll be your servant. By the way, Oria, as we continue moving forward, there's something here incredible that I want our dear friends to see. One of the archaeologists here in the parking lot found this clay seal about the size of my fingernail, and they looked with a magnifying glass, and it has a name, and the name is Natan Melech.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Servant of the king. Now, what's even more unbelievable is you open up the Bible.
Yes.
Second book of Kings, chapter 22, 23, and you see King Josiah, who's King David's great-great-great-great-grandson, a righteous king in the Bible, written in the Bible, and his servant is Natan Melech.
Today, we're going to the upper part, the northern part of the road. We will go down, you will explain a few more things, and we will go out just beneath the Temple Mount.
All right,
let's go down.
Watch your step here. So here we go, we're heading down. We're going to be descending around 40 feet from ground level today. What's fascinating is if we look around us, there's pottery shards everywhere we look, because we're descending back in time. And here we are, walking through a channel that is so amazing, Oria, because it was built by King Herod. And as we know, if we head in that direction, we would be back at the Siloam pool where we began, last time?
Last time, yeah.
And you and I are winding through this pilgrimage channel. This is the pilgrimage road which you and I were walking on last time. And of course, this is the road that the Jews celebrated on as they went up to the Temple Mount. We're going to be back on this road in a few minutes, but what we're doing now is we're going underneath the road. You and I are going through the drainage channel or the aqueduct where the water flowed. It was fresh water, rainwater. We're going to climb underneath this, and then we're going to come out in the old city and come back on the road.
And Doron, you were one of the members of the first team that was here, right?
This is true. I was a member of the first team that came through here. I got a call at around 4 in the morning, and when I got that call, I was told, listen, go put on some clothes you don't care about.
4 o'clock in the morning?
4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you were so excited you couldn't wait till the morning?
We couldn't wait till the morning, and in a minute I'll explain why. And our excavation team that was working the night shift, at the time, one of those members actually is the one that was the first one to realize something strange was happening. Here we go, by the way, now. I'm lifting up the camera. This is actually the bottom stones of the pilgrimage road. It's over our heads. And you and I are walking in the water channel below it.
I hope our viewers understand. We walked last time on the road. Now we're walking underneath the road in the tunnel.
The last 2,000 people to survive during the destruction of the Second Temple.
It was here.
It was here.
It was just here.
When we crawled through here, we found the pots remaining with the remains of food inside them. And if you look in Josephus Flavius, he explains that those last 2,000 people were caught. Many of them were killed, men and women and children, inside this tunnel.
Yes. And we found the sword.
And
also.
we found the sword, exactly. Yeah. There was a worker who was working here with his pick, and he put his pick to excavate at around 3 in the morning, and his pick went into open air. His pick went into open air, Oriya, and when that happened, it was absolutely incredible, because he said, how can it go into open air? That only happens in movies. But he cleared out a little bit. He climbed in around 3 meters, and they climbed back out, and we got the call. We had to crawl on our stomachs, and we were kind of leg to head, just crawling, and we made a deal saying it was too narrow to turn around. We said, we'll crawl until we can't crawl, and then we'll crawl backwards if we couldn't get out. But as luck would have it, we were able to turn around and even more than that, find something very special.
Let's see where it goes all the way up.
Okay. And we realized if we look at you, Oriya, behind you, the tunnel actually curves. So we said to ourselves, why is it curving? What's here? What's behind this wall right over here? And the archaeologist, Eli Shukron, he said, I know what's behind this wall.
What did he find?
He said the Temple Mount.
Wow.
Is right behind this wall. And we're now skirting underneath the Temple Mount.
It's this.
It's this.
It's this.
And in 1867, Queen Victoria, she sends a mission led by Captain Charles Warren, and she basically wanted him to find treasure. And Captain Charles Warren is looking, he's looking everywhere. And as we walked in this direction, we saw something that was absolutely unreal, which is this stone right above us. This stone right here, they say it weighs 5 metric tons. And Eli Shukron looked at that, and he said, I've seen this stone before. Now we're all laughing. Eli, no one has seen that stone before because no one's been here in 2,000 years. However, Oriya, I think you have something to show us.
Yes.
Eli was right.
This picture is really, it's like Photoshop. This is what I felt when I first saw it. How can it be that Charles Warren is telling us about this stone, and Eli Shukron, Dr. Eli Shukron, who learned so much about this place, he realized that he's seen this stone before. And it's this one here. It's again the same one.
This stone is a stone of the Temple Mount itself. It must have fallen off the Temple Mount, we don't know why, and it ended up
we know why.
And getting wedged down.
It fell down in the destruction.
Right, exactly. Oriya, what is that in front of you?
Doron, I think our viewers will know themselves, even if I don't speak. This wall, everyone knows it. They just know it from a different angle. They know it from up there. This is the Kotel. This is the Western Wall, but it's underneath the ground.
These again are the stones of the Western Wall, and this now is the bedrock of Mount Moriah. So this is the bedrock of Mount Moriah, where according to the Kabbalah, the world began on this bedrock. We found something absolutely incredible in this book, which is going to be right over here.
Oh, the bell.
The bell. The bell. So one day, again, Eli Shukron, who was working here at the Israel Antiquities Authority archaeologist, comes and he shows us this bell. This is his hand. And the bell actually has the chime inside of it. And he realized that this is none other than the bell of who?
The high priest.
The high priest. The Kohen Gadol, the high priest. That was his bell that somehow went through a sewage drain when he was maybe running away from the Romans, ended up on the ground where we're standing. And now we're going to go up a flight of stairs. You can see underneath us is that channel. Here we go. Here we are.
The same kotel we spoke about.
The same Western Wall. Here's the Western Wall. I can hear the noises. This is now the pilgrimage road. The same pilgrimage road that you and I saw when we began our journey. This is an original storefront, just as it would have looked 2,000 years ago. What we're hearing now, Oria, is singing in Jerusalem. And the prophecy in the book of Zechariah says one day the elderly and the children will come back to Jerusalem and sing and play in the streets. It's written about in the prophecy. Shavuot is on its way.
Yeah.
This is the prophecy where we're standing on the road.
So we're part of the prophecy.
We're part of the prophecy. The matriarchs and patriarchs who came before us, they lived for this, they died for this, and we're back here once again.
To be part of it.
To be part of it.
Thank you, Dawn.
Thank you, Oria.